So we're here with Kenya, and so Kenya, maybe tell us a little bit about what you're studying, what year this is for you, kind of a little bit about that.
So I'm Kenya del Castillo. I graduated the class of 2023, and this is my first year at Nevada State, and I'm majoring in elementary education.
Awesome. So what kind of led you to choose that as your major?
Well, my grandparents wanted to be teachers, and they weren't able to accomplish that. And I also really love working with kids. So just working in education in general, I really admire all my educators, like everybody who's taught me and just every educator in general. So I want to be part of that group. And I know Nevada needs a lot of teachers. So I want to help towards.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, tell me a little bit about this place, because this is this is Nevada State University, and maybe talk to me a little bit about like why did you choose it? What do you think about it?
Okay, well, I chose it because of the financial aid. I don't pay anything. I actually get like a pretty good amount refunded to me every semester.
That's amazing, yeah.
Because I have so many merit scholarships, and they give you matching scholarships if you have outside scholarships from other agencies. So like the financial aid. Yeah, the financial aid is really good. I honestly wouldn't be coming here if it wasn't for that, because I live 40 minutes away. I always thought that the way that people describe the school, they describe it as really like deserted and lonely. But even though this is my second week here, I've seen so many events, and the student life here is like pretty great. They plan a lot of events here that you just wouldn't know of if you weren't a student here.
Yeah.
So it's a lot better than I expected.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, I noticed there's a sign over there that has like all the week 2 events, and I was curious how long that would keep going.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's amazing. Well, okay, talk to me about your transition away from Akipo to here. I mean, what was your experience like? And like maybe explain it to me, particularly about like how this university handled your transition when you first started.
Well, orientation was really helpful. They gave us a lot of information on financial aid and making sure that we had all our classes in order. Like they gave us a whole big lesson on what credits we needed for the semester and for the whole 4 years that we could be here. So they were really helpful during orientation. And even now our teachers, they stress to us if we have credit from like our dual enrollment classes, or if we did college classes in the past, they're just really helpful, and they really want us to get like the full college experience and get it done as fast as we can. Transitioning here, I think it was pretty easy though. For me, I really like the independence. Maybe for somebody who doesn't like the independence, it might be a little bit more difficult, but for me, it's really great to be able to have my own schedule and plan it out whenever I want. And it's really different from high school. It's kind of harder to make friends for sure, because everybody in your classes, they're not all going to be your age. A lot of them already have kids, and they have jobs, and they're grown, but then there's a lot of them that are your age, but it's still really difficult to make friends because everybody's kind of in their own world and just trying to get all their work done and pay attention in class. So that's the only difficult part, is that it's hard to make friends. Do
you feel like you have to be a little bit more outward than you were comfortable with or maybe used to? Or did you have to change maybe even like your approach to that than from being at Akipo with like friends, maybe long term?
Yeah, you definitely have to be a lot more confident in yourself, and you have to you just have to care a lot about what you want, because the teachers or the professors here, they're not going to come ask you if you need help. You need to ask for it.
Yeah.
And if you want to talk to other students, you have to make the first step, because they're not going to talk to you just alone unless they have like a simple question like, oh, who sits here? Or, oh, what class is this? But like a lot of it depends on you. So if you want friends, you have to make the effort, and if you need help from the professor, you need to send the message, you need to send the email. So yeah, it is really different, because I know at Akipo, a lot of teachers, they will offer the help, and it's a lot easier because you're with kids around your age. But yeah, that's
well, it seems like you're doing well, and I'm really excited for you. So, I mean, like, congratulations. I mean, is there anything any piece of advice, like, as we wrap up here, that you would give to our seniors, kind of looking at either this school or any other school, maybe thoughts?
I know this is like kind of silly, and it's kind of like a given, but like keep your GPA up, because you miss out on so many opportunities, because you might think, oh, well, I didn't get into this big dream school. The local schools really, really pay attention to your GPA, and they will give you so much money for it. And not only do you have to keep it up for Millennium if you plan to stay on in-state, but for example, here I get like a pretty good amount of money just for having above a 3.5. And I know a UNLV does that too, where a certain GPA, they give you certain amounts of money. And sometimes when I come here, I'm like, well, this is an easy school to get into. You know, what's the point of doing all the work and getting a high GPA? But it is so worth it because you get so much financial aid from it. And so, yeah, even if you stay in state, that hard work is going to go towards something. It's not going to waste.
Yeah. Well, congratulations.